Hey everyone, I am on for the midweek message reveal, August 17th, and let's get started here. All right, so the moon is in Taurus now, so if you felt a shift from something kind of being pushy over the weekend to a sense of, I think I might have my shit together. It's a good spot. Taurus moon is all about feeling secure, safe, indulging, comforting, and being a bit stubborn. But at the same time, it's a different energy that we're in. It's more earth. It's more grounded, and we'll see this here in the cards. So just letting you know what the temp check is on the week so far. All right, so I'm going to jump in here, and we have group one. If you chose one, we're doing tarot this week, and this is Seven of Crystals reversed. So I'm going to show it to you reversed first, and then I will flip it over here for you. It's a gorgeous card. So in this deck, crystals are pentacles, and pentacles, i.e. crystals, are earthen entities. They come from the earth. They are part of this grounded, stabilized energy that sits with us, that we grow from. But in the reversed position here, what you may be experiencing, one, is a sense of feeling frustrated and feeling dissatisfied. And that dissatisfying feeling is kind of looming. It's been on repeat for a minute. You've been here before. You may be feeling some deja vu with what's happening. Like, is this a situation that I've been in the past and it's repeating itself with different people, or maybe a different scenario, or it's something that has happened again with the same group and you're kind of like, why? So in relationship with a reversal here with the Seven of Pentacles crystals, is asking for you to pay attention to what you're efforting on and paying attention to what you're putting out. So the seeds that you may have put out, whether this is something you're looking to learn, maybe you're learning something new and feeling like you needed training for this, and maybe you're not seeing results and it's feeling like you're spinning your wheels. Like, did I waste my time? Was this worth the investment? So on and so forth. And what really this has to do is a movement of feeling a sense of lack and scarcity that I'm actually feeling, that's kind of moving in the throat and into the left rib. So it's kind of this sort of rushing vibe that we're feeling here. There's a little bit of achiness. And this has to do with a sense of feeling grief, feeling old wounding around receiving and around being able to feel your worth in a sense that you are going to reap what you sow. But also there's a question here around, well, when do you let go? When do you let go if this isn't working? And a lot of that really depends on you. We have control over X amount of things, but the thing that you have control over is your choice. So if it isn't working, ask yourself why. If things are frustrating with the same group of people or the same relationship situation, maybe, this feeling here in the throat that's kind of moving in from the heart space up here into the jaw, just has a sense of wanting to speak this frustration out. Lean into that a little bit. I have a feeling that is more common than you feel. And the over-functioning that may be happening here. You may be feeling imbalanced. You may be giving out more than you're getting back. You may be giving out with a reason that you're not really clear on. And it may be because you're tethering yourself to the potential of what you could get back and waiting for something else to happen. And you're not really seeing that occur. So this is an opportunity for you to kind of take a step back. This is common here with retrograde season. We have several planets in retrograde. We will be moving with Mars retrograde and then Mercury retrograde shortly here too. So when things seem kind of like you're moving 3 steps forward, 10 steps backward, it's the movement of the energy at this time. So be aware of that when you're making decisions. Be aware of that when you are unnecessarily maybe giving yourself a hard time, because this is something that we'll move through. But it's requiring you and asking you to take a moment and think. And as a 7, we're looking at intuition, we're looking at third eye activation, we're looking at your natural sense of knowing. Tap into that a little bit. Okay, 2. If you chose 2, your card is 6 of Cups in the upright position. What I'm drawn to here is really the expanse, and also this sort of dreamy castle here that's kind of hanging out. And you can see that she's backlit. Her shadow is in front of her. She's very aware of what's happening here. And this is an opportunity for deep healing. She can actually see the majority of the cups in front of her. Cups are your emotional self. Where are we feeling? Where are we deep diving? Blah, blah, blah. I promise I can speak. This is where nostalgia is going to come up here with group 2. And you may be feeling a sense of wanting to go back again. Maybe you've uncovered something that you haven't thought about in a long time, or heard music that you haven't heard in a long time, or maybe you've seen someone or been introduced to somebody that reminds you of someone else. I'm feeling that there's a lot of reminding happening. This person makes me feel like that person did, or this situation, the environment is just right. It makes me think of a time when I did this. Lean into that a little bit, because really this is what's coming up in your dreams. There's a lot of Piscean energy around this that I'm feeling, even Cancerian, where there's a want to express through all of the emotions, not just the positive ones. So you may be feeling a little bit bittersweet about some of these things. You may be feeling a little bit of regret. But remember, that's a feeling, not a fact. So regret, just don't beat yourself up over stuff that can't be changed. And know that, what's meant for you can't miss you. What is yours will always be yours and will come to you in some way, shape, or form. You just have to kind of trust. And the trusting part is what's hard. So feeling a lot that's moving on the left side of the body here. So we're dealing with receiving. It's actually in the left wrist into the hand. It's kind of moving up into the elbow, but also going back down into the rib. So similar to group 1, there is a sense of movement that's happening here with stuck grief, and a feeling of coulda, shoulda, woulda, wish I could but can't, wish I would have spent more time maybe being in the moment. All of these things come up. But that doesn't mean that you can't grasp that yourself and you can't take what you want, especially because I'm feeling it in the wrist. Where is it that you can take? Where is it that you can take and receive and allow people and things and opportunities come to you and let yourself have, rather than trying to justify why you should or why you could take something? And that's kind of the message here. Dream time is going to be really big. Lean into the things that are making you feel awesome. Lean into the stuff that lights you up, that fires you up, that makes you lose time. You want to really pay attention here, because there's deep healing that can be done. And she's got her head up, she's looking, eyes on the prize, and is very aware of how she's feeling. There's only one that's out of reach. So it's nearly completed. And with 6, this has to do with, balancing, refocusing, making sure that you are feeling completely tethered here. And a lot of it is, you may just need to feel your feelings on this one. Okay, so that's what's up for group 2. If you chose 3, you selected Knight of Crystals, also known as Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this has to do with practical action that you're taking. The Knight of Pentacles crystals is an energy that has forward movement, that is aware of what it wants and knows how to get it, and is able to plan. So planned action, structured change are things that are coming soon to group 3, but you need to be prepared for this a little bit better than you have been. It's not that you're not doing well at it. It's just a matter of not feeling as grounded as you could. Try not to rush here. Take your time. Enjoy this. As we was talking about before, we're in a Taurian energy here. The crystals, i.e. the pentacles, very earthen entities. So this is where we feel solid, stable. We can plan on it. We know it's going to be there. If you set it down, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not like a cup. It's not like the emotions of the water. It's not something that becomes the shape that it is, the container in which it is put in. It simply is. So simply claim it. Okay. So you have this ability also to really go after what you want. Big movement here. And I'm looking at the crystal that he holds in his hand, but he is actually part of this nebula of energy that has so much green in the heart healing, purple in the crown, the third eye, and his actions are very deliberate. He's very focused. He's looking down at what is in his hands. He is making something happen here. And this is what you're able to do. You're able to hone your focus. But that focus is something that needs to be paid attention to. So if you're not giving it time, nothing's going to come of it. Don't jack around with this. This is something you've been wanting, and you're allowed to have it. I'm feeling in the body, I'm feeling it more into the right knee, into the hip, kind of shoots a little bit down on the inside of the leg. So this is an action that wants to move forward. What's holding you back here? What is the problem? To me, it feels like it's you. And that's not a judgment. It's just simply what it feels like. And if you're at a point where you feel like you're at an impasse, or maybe you need some advice, or maybe you need to talk about it, the advice I'm feeling is to either discuss it with someone who is trusted, who's going to listen to you and not necessarily give you advice. Someone where you can go and say, I just need to talk and I need you to listen. I don't necessarily want you to give me solutions. In that space is where you'll have some clarity that will come up because of the work that's been happening in the third eye and the crown. The clairvoyance is happening here, the claircognizance, the inner knowing, the psychic knowing, the gut feeling, which is really tied to pentacles and crystals. And this shift is something that's going to give you some confidence about that moving forward step that you want to take, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since you felt like you can, and now you're at the point where you should. And the shoulding part is what you have control over. How? When? How do you want to do this? Have you thought about this all the way through? Would it help you to talk? Would it help you to maybe write something out? Maybe make a plan, make like a mental flow chart or something like that, or draw, or whatever it is that needs to kind of come through and become tactile is what it feels like. So either it's coming through the mouth and you're speaking with someone and it's something that has been put out, or it's something that you're able to, kind of create a narrative and let that come through in writing or typing or however it is that's a medium for you, or creating art or doing something that allows you to be creative and let this kind of juiciness get itself in a place that you can kind of make it more malleable. And I know this is a crystal, but I see it like a snowball, especially with that beard though. Yes. So lots of supportive energy, especially in the masculine too. So you can lean back on that. Don't worry so much. You're removing blockages the ways that this is presenting, and you're kind of being challenged to address these things. So everyone has a little bit of something that they need to work on, whether it is focusing on what you don't want, or saying no to something that just isn't coming to fruition the way that you wanted, or going after something that's a dreamscape, that's a beautiful, wonderful, creative endeavor. Going after those things, it literally is filling the cup that is you. And it allows you then with a full cup to do for others, which is the whole point, and that ripples out everywhere. So hope everybody's cool with the energy this week. I mean, the messages and the energies of this week. I am excited to hear from you. So please let me know how this resonated, and leave me a message below, please. And if you're interested in working with me and you'd like a reading, please feel free to check my link. And I love your feedback. So looking forward to hearing how this landed with you. Have an awesome week, and I'll check y'all soon. All right, peace. Bye.